Hi, everybody. My name is Terry Ann, aka Miss T. I teach writing online, and I want to thank you for joining us to talk a bit about backstory as I'll be teaching a workshop in it. Okay, so backstory. Most of you know what that means, all right? But some of you might not be sure or you don't know, you want a refresher. Okay, so backstory. The backstory of a character is everything that happened to your character before you started writing about that character, before the story. Okay, so everything that happened before. And particularly, it'll be everything that's related to their behavior now. Because backstory gives us insight into a character's behavior, right? Okay, now the problem with backstory is that we as humans, we want to explain everything. Explain. And that's a problem for a writer. You don't want to be explaining everything and then go on to tell your story because your readers won't come along with you. They're gone. Because too much backstory is boring and dull. And this is what your reader will do. We don't want that. Okay? So we're going to talk about that in class. The best example that I can think of is Severus Snape. Snape, you remember, he's the dark arts teacher from the Harry Potter series. You know, we didn't know if he was a villain or a good guy. You know, J.K. Rowling would sometimes drip in information, making it seem like he was a bad guy, but then also other information that made him seem like a good guy. His behavior was maddening, and we wanted to understand. We were craving the backstory. And J.K. Rowling, she kept us going along, dripping and dropping and dripping and dropping. We were craving, dying to know his backstory. And she holds out until the end of the series, the seventh book, the last few pages, when we find out Snape's whole story. Turns out he's a good guy. Don't tell anybody. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about in class. Bring in a piece of work that, like the beginning of it, the first few paragraphs, the first couple of pages. And by the end of the 2 hours of the workshop, you'll have a clear idea of how to catch backstory and when you're putting too much in, and how and when to drip and drop it into your story. Okay, great. So drop in your email below so we know you're interested and we'll keep you up to date with when it's going to be, etc. Information. So have a great day. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Terry Ann, aka Miss T, and I'm signing off. Have a great day.